Hello everybody, today's a presentation I'm going to do for the major writing assignment number 3. Major number 4, the Ancient Egyptian Rhetoric Reflection. Uh, for this assignment, I studied the article Major number 4, Rhetoric by Melba Velez Ortiz. I carefully read the article and took notes on the major concepts. I focused on understanding the relationship between mata, which represent truth, justice, harmony, and balance, and the medunafar, which represents beautiful speech. The article explains that communication should be thoughtful, ethical, and used to build harmony in society rather than simply persuade others. After I read the article, I identified the main ideas, highlighted important passages, and summarized the author's arguments in my own words. I connected these ideas to what I have learned throughout this course about rhetoric, communication, audience awareness, and ethical writing. Also, this assignment taught me that rhetoric is not only about convincing an audience. Ancient Egyptians' rhetoric focuses on speaking with honesty, balance, respect, and wisdom. One of the ideas that stood out to me was that silence can be just as important as speaking, because listening and reflection are essentially parts of effective communication. The article also explains that communication should strengthen relationships and create harmony with communities. This assignment is relevant because one of the course competencies is learning to analyze rhetorical situation, communicate effectively with different audiences, and use critical thinking when evaluating information. Studying Medunafar helped me understand that effective communication involves ethics, listening, and thoughtful language instead of simply persuading people. The course description emphasized developing strong reading, writing research, and communication skills. This assignment supported those goals because I had to read a complex academic context, identify the author's purpose, analyze the rhetorical concepts, and explain them clearly in my own words. It also encouraged me to think critically about how communication affects individuals and communities. This assignment helped me become a more thoughtful communicator. I learned that good communication requires patience, active listening, and the respect for others' perspectives. Instead of only focusing on expressing my own opinions, I now understand the importance of considering how my words affect other people. As a bilingual student, this assignment also helped improve my reading comprehensions because I practiced understanding difficult academic vocabulary and summarizing complex ideas. It increased my confidence in analyzing scholarly articles and expressing my understanding through writing and the discussion. This assignment supports the mission of Gwinnett Technical College by helping students develop communication skills, critical thinking, professionalism, and lifelong learning. The college prepares students to succeed in both their careers and their communications. By studying ethical communication through Medunafar, I learned how respectful and responsible communication can improve teamwork, leadership, and the professional relationships. Um, these skills are valuable not only in college but also in the workplace and everyday life. The assignment encouraged me to become a more responsible communicator who values honesty, respect, and collaborations. The skills I used to complete this assignment will help me in both my future classes and the everyday life, like outside of school, not only in the school, the courses. In other classes, I will use the reading, the critical thinking, and summarizing skills to better understand academic articles, evaluate different viewpoints, and writing strong essays and research papers. Learning to analyze the author's message and communicate ideas clearly will help me when giving presentations and participating in class discussions. Outside of school, I plan to apply the communication principles of the Medina FAR by listening carefully, think before I speak, and treating others with respect. The article emphasized that beautiful speech includes honestly, thoughtful communication, and active listening, which can strengthen relationships and create harmony with others. Like talk to each other while like talk to each other in different ways. The skills will help me to communicate more effectively with family, friends, coworkers, and future employers. Okay. Identity map reflection. For this assignment, I created an identity map that visually represented the different parts of my identity and how they connect to one another. I began by identifying the major factors that have shaped who am I, including my cultural background, family, education, language, values, interests, and future career goals. I then use Miro, like a website that can create like diagrams, maps, like using circles, arrows, everything like that, to organize these ideas into like a visual map, placing my identity at the center of the the thing and connecting related experiences with the lines and the labels to show how they influence one another. Like for example, can be from like the left side of the map and all the way connect to the right side of the map, like different things. As I developed the map, I reflected on how each identity influences the way I think, communicate, and solve problems. For example, as you can see, my Chinese cultural background and speaking the Mandarin has shaped my communication styles, while my experiences as a bilingual student have influenced my education goals and the personal growth. I also include the relationship between my family, work experience, and career aspirations to demonstrate that identity is interconnected rather than made up of isolated characteristics. Uh, this assignment taught me that identity is much more complex than I really believed. Before completing the identity map, I thought of identity as a list of personal characteristics, like just like genders, race, uh, what you call it, like experiences. Not like deeply as I did for the identity map. And however, I learned that identity is like dynamic and constantly shaped by experiences, relationships, culture, and the education. That's the most important part. Okay. Identity map supports the objectives of this course because it focuses on rhetoric invention, critical thinking, and effective communication. Uh, this assignment allowed me to explore those concepts by examining how my own experiences shape my voice and perspective. This assignment contributed to both my personal and academic growth. Personally, it helped me appreciate how my cultural background The family and the life experiences have shaped the person that I'm here today, like right now, eventually, and encouraged me to think more deeply about my strengths and how different parts of my life are connected, like things I'm good at, like probably like ha- could like affect me my careers in the future, like that. Academically, the assignment improved my ability to organize information, reflect critically, and communicate ideas visually. It also increased my confidence in discussing my own experience in writing and presentation. The identity map supports the mission of the school by encouraging students to become thoughtful, responsible, and effective communicators who appreciate diversity and lifelong learning. The skills I develop while completing this assignment will be valuable in many other classes, in future writing, research, and communication courses. I can use reflection to better understand my audience and represent my ideas more effectively. Outside of school, these skills will help me communicate more effectively in professional and personal settings. In the workplace, understanding my identity and communication style will help me work successfully and with coworkers from diverse backgrounds. Like if I'm like Asian, Chinese, probably I will like work with same ethnic groups and sometimes probably the other like cultural backgrounds. And but the Chinese Asian we probably have like the same culture and we can like talk to each other like easily. That's it. And the visually mapping techniques can also be useful when planning like projects, like solving problems, organizing ideas, or setting personal and career goals. Like for the payroll accounting I'm planning to do, probably like is like easier to like for the organizing ideas and the planning the projects. Okay, reflection on the complexity of identity. Who am I? The essay, the article. For this assignment, I carefully read the article, "The Complexity of Identity: Who Am I?" by Beverly Daniel Tatum. While reading it, I highlight the main ideas and pay attention to examples that explain how identity is shaped by many different factors, like family, culture, race, gender, religion, language, and social class eventually. After reading the article, I reviewed my notes and thought my own identity and put like I annotated uh, in my own words to see how from my perspective to throughout the article. I compare my experiences with ideas discussed in the reading. I also reflect how my background, like I said, like a Chinese, Asian, and the only child in the family can has influenced the way I see myself and how others may see me. Like some people will see me like differently because by race, but I see myself like totally different. This article helped me understand that identity is much more complex than I first believed. Before reading it, I mainly thought about identity as my nationality or ethnicity. After reading the article, I learned that identity includes many different parts. Like I talk about like race, gender, education, religions, social, economic status. That's the one as well, and family backgrounds. Even though, okay. The reading is highly relevant because one of the main goals of this course is to examine identity, diversity, cultural equity, and social justice through critical thinking and self-reflection. Okay, this assignment helped me grow personally and academically. Personally, it encouraged me to think more deeply about who am I and how my experience have shaped my identity. like different work experiments and different life experience, and like probably like I was at Bowley and during high school or like middle school that affect me a lot. Uh, this article also helped me like become more aware of my own assumptions instead of judging people based on what I see. Now I understand that every person has a complex background that may not be immediately visible. This awareness will help me become a more respectful, and open-minded person. Like think before I make the decision, not just like look on the flat, the level of the person, look inside of it. Okay. This assignment supports the mission of the school by promoting diversity, inclusion, respect, and the lifelong learning. The skills I use as an assignment will be useful in my future classes. I can use like close reading, note taking, critical thinking, and self-reflection to better understand complex topic and write stronger essays. Outside of school, I plan to apply these skills by communicating more respectfully with people from different cultures and the backgrounds. That's the most important thing in the workplace. Like talk respectfully, even no matter where they came from. Everybody's different. I want to listen carefully before making assumptions and understand that everyone's identity is shaped by different experiences. Okay. Description, bias, positionality, statement, reflection. For this assignment, I create a positionality statement by reflecting my own identity, life experiences, and how they influence the way I see the world. I first defined positionality in my own words and explained that everyone has personal experience and identity that shape their perspectives, like what they have went through in their life. It has different perspective on different things and on different people. Also, research Kimberly Crenshaw's theory of intersectionality, and explain how different aspects of a person's identity can overlap to affect their experiences and the opportunities. Then I describe my own lived experiences. I reflect on being like a Chinese, like Asian Chinese, like I speak Mandarin as my first language. Yeah, English isn't my first language; it's my second language as I learned like some of it in China, and as I keep learning in school in the United States. I discuss how these identities have influenced my values, communication styles, and educational experiences. I explain how learning English, like studying in the United States, like I said, have helped me understand different cultures while also recognizing the challenges bilingual students may experience. Okay. Then I discuss how others may perceive me based on my identity, like bullying, for example, like I said. I reflect on situational where people made assumptions because of my race, language, or cultural backgrounds. This assignment helped me understand that everyone has bias because of their personal experience. Before complete this assignment, I mainly thought about my cultural background, but I learned that many different parts of my identity influence my thoughts, values, and decisions. This assignment directly supports the goal of the course because it strengthens critical thinking, self-reflection, research, and communication skills. The course emphasizes analyzing ideas from multiple perspectives, understanding rhetorical situations, conducting research, and communicating effectively with diverse audiences. This assignment contributed to my personal and academic growth by encouraging honest self-reflection. That's the most important thing, like how you look at yourself. I become more aware of both my strengths and my consciousness bias. Instead of assuming that my experience are the same as everyone else, I learned to appreciate that different people have different viewpoints based on their backgrounds, different cultures, and how they see themselves. Academically, I became more confident in combining personal reflection with scholarly research. Professionally, I believe this awareness will help me communicate respectfully with coworkers, supervisors, and the clients from diverse backgrounds. Even mostly importantly, I'm working the payroll accountings. Okay, the assignment supports the mission of school by promoting diverse inclusion, critical thinking, lifelong learning, and student success, like I said before. The self-reflection and critical thinking skills I develop during this assignment can be applied in many future classes. When I'm doing research papers, discussion, and presentations, I'll be more aware of my own assumptions, and will evaluate information from multiple viewpoints before going to the conclusions. Outside of school, I plan to use these skills in workplace by communicating respectfully, like always, with coworkers and customers from diverse backgrounds. Understanding positionality will help me avoid making assumptions, listen more carefully, and resolve complex conflicts professionally. The Mbongi discussion and the recursive writing project reflection. For this assignment, I complete two major parts: the Mbongi discussion and the persuasive the writing project. For the Mbongi discussion, my group met in person in the morning and discussed each assigned Mbongi reading. Before the meeting, I carefully read all of the assigned materials, like go through every single one of them. And during the discussion, I share my ideas, listen to my classmates' opinions. That's important, and explained why I believe each reading was included in this course. We also presented our sources and connected the readings to the course objectives. For the recursive writing project, I selected one of my previous writing assignment and compare my original draft with my revised version. I corrected the grammar, improved organization, stronger evidence, and made idea clear. I also write a reflection explaining what changes I made, why I made them, and how the assignment connect to the course competencies and the course description. The project taught me that writing is a process that requires planning, revision, and reflecting. I learned that good writing does not happen after only one draft. Sometimes I have to do brainstorms and have to write over to revise different versions and finally come with the like satisfied version of the writing. Mbongi discussion also helped me understand that learning is more effective when people share different viewpoints. Like while we doing it, listening to my classmates is give me a new perspective and help me understand the assigned readings like even more because like a different perspective, different culture. Like I said in the first like previous slides, has like different uh the way they're thinking. And I also improve my research skills by finding reliable academic sources and supporting my ideas with evidence instead of the personal opinion.